needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs.
Aloha, everyone. Welcome to the Sandwich Island Social Network. Actually, we're a Aloha Thursday show, so welcome aboard. And the Aloha Thursday with the Sandwich Island Social Network really is an extension of a series of interesting conversations sharing the lives and journey of people in our island community. The Sandwich Island Social Network is a nonprofit organization serving Hawaiians and Hawaiians at heart away from their island home, and tax-deductible donations are gratefully accepted. And you see below, you can become a sustaining member of the Sandwich Island Social Network. Go to patreon.com/Sandwich Islands 808, and you can find out how you can help support the Sandwich Island Social Network. We want to remind our friends watching on Facebook Live broadcast, the Aloha Thursday show is an interactive, live, chat-driven show, so we welcome your questions, your comments, your aloha, your how's. We'd love to hear from you. My name is Kamaka Brown, and I'm delighted to be here today to share just some wonderful, interesting conversation with a wonderful friend of mine that I've known for several years, and he is none other than Mr. Henry Capono. Aloha, Henry!
Aloha and good day. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Kamaka?
I'm doing really good. Again. My pleasure. Mahalo for accepting invitation to join us. I know it's smoking early in the Aina. We kind of got you. Are you an early riser, Henry?
I am. You know, my kids go to school, so
okay.
I get up. But I usually get up early. I go to bed late, get up early. Kind of always been like that.
Yeah. My dad was like that. You know, even though he retired, he was a mechanic at the police station, City and County, repair police motorcycle. So. But even after he retired, 5 o'clock in the morning, he's standing out in the driveway waiting for the paper boy, with his cup of coffee. Dad.
I know you get in a routine from when you're little till when you grow up.
Yeah. Well, we have lots of our friends jumping in right now. I want to acknowledge them, Henry, if you don't mind. There's Nancy. Oh, yeah. Aloha, Kamaka. Aloha. That's our crew. And C. Honda. Kamaka, you so dolled up. Must be important interview. Yes, of course. Listen.
Looking good, see.
I'm wearing my red kukui nuts from Christmas Island. They grow red kukui nuts over there. I don't know if you know, but
Beautiful.
Oh dear. There is. Let me see. Oh my goodness. We have Marty Burns, our brother, and Coach Marty. Aloha, brother Kamaka and Henry Capono. Looking forward to today's show. Brother Marty, part of our ohana, and comes and joins us. There is, let me see, I thought I saw Kalai, that Kolohe Kanai, our Waimanalo boy living in Northern California. Oh, yeah, Kalai says, hey, you better watch out. Okay.
Better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you what.
Henry's in the house. Nancy says the wild Hawaiian is in the house.
Yeah.
Henry, you and I were talking earlier as I look at your website. And by the way, folks, up on the screen, henrycapono.com is where you can go for to get information about tour dates for January, where he and Capono Beamer are going to be, and we'll talk about that later on in the show. And that's just a good referral point. So many really very cool things on henrycapono.com. Now, Henry, what stays with me in our conversations is just your positive attitude, your positive outlook. Um, all the things I see on your posts come from just a positive mindset. Where does that come from? How do you generate that?
Uh, I guess it comes from life and kind of learning where you want to be in life, who you want to be in life, what surrounds you, who you want around you, and you start to pick things out as you live your life and realize that there are people that em- empower you and impact your life, and there are people that don't. And you start to realize that the more people you can empower, the more people you surround yourself with. That kind of energy. Positive energy is nothing like it. I mean, it'll get you through almost, well, everything. You just stay focused on believing that if you stay positive, the thing is what you think. you know you think positive, you embrace and you receive positive things. You think negative, you get negative things. So it's really as simple as that. And sometimes simplicity is hard to grasp onto because it can't be that simple. you but it really is. I remember when I was a little kid, I went to visit my sister in San Francisco, and they had this glass mirrored house, called the Fun House. I forget what it was. A little playground on by the water side, and I remember going into the playhouse, Fun House, and all of my friends all got through, and I was going through these mirrors trying to find my way out. But when I first went in, there was this. I guess it was like a distraction. There was like this sink, this like a washer sink, and it looked like it was for the janitors, but that was actually where the door was to get in. So the whole time I went, oh, no, it can't be that easy, and so I spent most of my time out there. By the time I got in, it was almost time to go home. So but then it made me realize, you can't just uh, take things for granted. Something like that just I remember it, and it impacted my life.
How much of that comes from how you were brought up with your parents, your kupuna, that still resonates with you today?
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah.
We would if we did something wrong, we got spankings. We did something right, we got a hug or love. And sometimes you want more love than you want spankings. And you learn. And both back there, nowadays you don't spank your kids. It's just not right. So you have to know how to communicate with them. Back then, communication was that yardstick or whatever
Yeah.
it was. But it was part of growing up. Um, nowadays is so different. We get away with a lot, but staying positive really got me out of Vietnam and got me home. I was in Vietnam to play play for the troops with a group called Pakalolo. It was me, Mel Mossman, and Steve Ma'i, who actually was be later on became Steve and Teresa. And but when I was there, I realized, man, I'm in the worst situation a civilian could be in. A civilian that's there to play music. I realized how powerful music is. and how it moves people and how it made these guys who were on the fire line before they got to the concert. But when they got to the concert, they just let everything go, and they just appreciated the music. And it really, you got to pay attention to what goes on in your life, and see how it impacts you in positive ways. And got this book one day. I was at one of the fire bases, and I went in. They had a little library, and I found this book called Positive Thinking, and I started reading it, and I think that helped. Actually, it was self hypnosis, and I started practicing self hypnosis and stop positive thinking, and it really got me through all of that. Because after a while, I just said, well, if anything happens to me, it happens. But I'm going to stay positive and believe that I'll get through this. And this is just one of the tests, my tests in life. So it really helped me get through that. And I've seen so much going on that was not good. And most people, I mean, you're in a third world country, and there's no value. Life has no value, So it made me realize that, to me, my life is valuable, and I need to believe that.
Henry, you and I are at that stage in our life, right, where we see some of our own contemporaries passing away. We see, friends, relatives, and we appreciate the wisdom of our kupuna, of our parents, our grandparents, the older folks that took time to mentor us or to, malama us, kind of give us the hugs, if you will. And we're at a point right now where, as torchbearers, we are now paying it forward. We are now passing the torch. And that's what I see when I look at your website. I listen to you. We take that as our kuleana, kind of our responsibility now to pass that on, huh?
Yeah. All that is, you've been given all of that for a reason. And, I always believe that everything happens for a reason. And if you don't understand it, you need to try and understand it. Because it may be simple, a simple thought, but there's so much value in it, and that if you put yourself into trying to understand it, you find that there's a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of good stuff that you need in your life. I've been fortunate to have the gift of life, but the gift of music, and I realize how much of an impact my music has made to millions of people, and I cherish that, and I treat it well. I treat it like it's my it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's just something that I can use to pass on to others, and my gift to others.
Yeah.
I've had that gift, and I realize that there's a lot of people struggling to be where I was or have what I had, but you gotta live your life. You gotta understand your life, and whatever I can do, I feel that it's important that I pass that knowledge on to others. And,
Yes. Yes.
I've been fortunate, and I'm grateful for all of that.
Yeah. Well, some other friends just jumped in. Melissa, pardon. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen or talked with Melissa in a while. Aloha. We used to work together
Melissa.
back in the day. Hey, Here's Stanley Gomes Jr., one of the other Babu's crew. Hey, how you bugger stay? that's, a, that's a Maui boy. How you bugger stay? Here we get Naluwai. Bob says,
Right?
Bob Naluwai, it's going to be a
Aloha.
good time
Aloha, everybody.
together. And the best is yet to come.
Yes.
Where did I hear that? C Honda says, how's it, Henry? You are an inspiration, respect, and mahalo. See,
Mahalo. Thank you.
so sweet. Here's Charles. Kupahu aloha. Kamaka,
Aloha,
Henry.
Charles.
Well, we used to, whenever we had Charles, everybody had a Charlie boy. Hey, Charlie boy, how's it? So, hey, Charlie boy, welcome to the ohana over here. And let's see, we had a couple others jump on over here. Oh, this is Mark. Mark saying aloha all, saying hello to C. And let's see, quite a few just dropping in and wanting to share their aloha and to say hello. If I missed you at Kalamai, I'm just scrolling down. There's so many comments coming through. We love it, love it, love it. Henry, we were talking about just some pivotal moments for you. And coming out, you brought up in Kapuhulu and, as a young virile Hawaiian going through the educational system, football, sports. That's like, the boys. You got to be on a football team because all the chicks like football players. so
Yeah, I remember one of our ends at Capono. I asked him, "Why do you play football?" He says, "Yeah, the girls." I said, no wonder he wasn't that good, but he looked good.
You look. So
He was always the best looking guy on the team.
he didn't play much, but he was good looking in the uniform. Yeah.
Actually, he was pretty. He was pretty.
Uh,
But
so
he always looked good.
you now thinking about sports, thinking about football. Uh, you as a young man, there's a group with your church, Koihau Church. You end up at Camp Erdman, and you see, and you mentioned this, Godfrey Akaka. He's playing, and
Aloha.
he had his dog with him, as a matter of fact. Oh, what is
Aloha wants to get in it.
what is your Ilio's name? The dog?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
full of aloha. Hey, aloha, come here.
So, yeah, let's see. Where Aloha? Bring him up. Is he small enough you can pick him up, or is he a big dog, or what?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, look
Hey,
at
everybody.
Aloha.
Look over here. Yeah,
He's good.
you want a dog?
So you hear Godfrey playing guitar. You're liking it. The music speaks to you. What's happening here?
Well, I think I was feeling it, and I heard it. And it just went right through my body. And he looked at me, and he saw that I was really watching him play and really enjoying it. And he said, "Here, try it." I said, "No, I never played. I play ukulele, but I never played a guitar." He goes, "Here, let me show you something." So he showed me the D chord. I played the D chord. It sounded beautiful. It went right through my whole body, and that was it. I got hooked. I had to have a guitar, and my sister realized that, and she bought me my first guitar. So it's all connected to where I
Yeah,
was going.
yeah.
That was the beginning of my music, where it was a hobby. Sports was my major.
Mhm.
But that all turned around once I went to the Far East.
So here's a picture of you, UH football, Oh my
Yep.
goodness. The big number 75, front row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called me the savage.
The savage. Oh,
Yeah, it
football
was a
at
good, it was a
UH.
good group of guys.
Yeah. Uh, um, are you in touch with any of these guys down to today?
Yeah, every year they keep in touch with me. Um, a lot of them are fading away,
Yeah.
but it's always good to connect, connect with them. So
Yeah. 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 So, boom, Far East, you're playing your music, you survive all of that, you come back to the islands. Music now is football, athletics kind of in your rear vision mirror. You're looking forward, and now it's music.
yeah, I came back, and I guess, when I was in Far East, I all I did was play guitar. All I did was sing songs. That's all I did. I mean, I slept with my guitar. I ate with my guitar. I did everything with my guitar. So by the time I got home, I was pretty good at at playing. And then I spent maybe about a few months in Waikiki. It was really easy for me to get gigs because at that time I was a lot better than I was when I left. and and then I met up with Cecilio. A
Got
friend
it.
of mine, John Esau, came up to me. He said, "Hey, this guy Cecilio?" And I went, "Wow, I remember he used to play with a group called Unicorn, and they played at the Red Noodle." And I said, "Yeah, I really enjoyed him." He said, "Well, I think you would sound good with him." I said, "Yeah, I think I'd be open." So we got together one day at Sunset, out in Sunset in North Shore, with some friends, and we played one song, and we looked at each other and went, "Whoa, we must have been." It seemed like we played it. We'd been together for a long time. By the third song, we just looked at each other and said, "We should start something." So that was it.
Wow.
That was it. And everything just took off. I mean, it just went amazingly fast. We had a really good manager, Bill Thompson, who was from the mainland. He actually was a DJ in Hawaii, um, kind of retiring as a DJ, but he was also the manager of the Smothers Brothers, Glenn Campbell, and some other people. And then these friends of ours talked him into coming out of retirement and working with CNK.
And the rest is history, man. An amazing,
And the rest is
amazing.
history. We opened
Yeah.
up for the first 3 months. It was we had a place called the Rainbow Villa. First 3 months, nobody came. Maybe some military guys would come in, shoot pool, drink some beers, and leave. But it was a good time for us to rehearse and practice and learn original songs that we were writing. And then we opened up for Frank Zappa, and that was it. Everything took off. We played for 15 minutes, packed our guitars, was out walking out the door. People were still cheering, Hana Ho, Hana Ho. And Frank Zappa came out and said, "Hey, where you guys going?" He said, "Oh, we got a gig down in Waikiki. We got to get back to it." He said, "Well, they want you back, so you get back up there, you know."
Oh, really?
So, those kind of guys, they would never say that.
Yeah.
But for him to come out, and he's a genius.
Wow.
For him to come out and say, get back up there. So we went back up there. We played Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, and after that, we headed back to Rainbow Villa. When we got there, there was a line around the block, and we went, "Wow, these guys must have hired somebody else." So, but as we were walking in, everybody's going, "Hey, those are guys. That's the guys." So we went in and we packed the house um, for 8 months straight. Every
Wow.
night. Back then, people were going out every night. It was a different scene back then. They called it the Renaissance. There was a lot of music in Waikiki, a lot of good music. You had Olamana, you had Sons of Makaha, Makaha Sons. You had Sons of Hawaii. You had Kalapana, you had Oxor was South Sea Wind. Um, so much good music going on.
Country Comfort, Billy
Country
Cowie.
Comfort.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Henry, we got folks that are commenting over here about your football. Marty says, I was ugly, but I played a lot. And then Mark goes, oh, wow, you look big. Big pads in those days.
Yeah, I know. I shrunk. You know, as you go through life, you shrink. Back then, I was pumping those weights, and I was pretty
Oh.
I was pretty tough.
And C. Honda says, great story, Henry, the start of C&K. So you had many good years as C&K, and then as a solo performer, you struck out on your own and began just a completely different direction in terms of the music as a solo performer. How did that feel? How did you adjust to that?
It took a while. You know, there's a lot of fans were so loyal to C&K, and you know, they wanted to hear C&K music all the time. But you know, when you just K, it's I had to realize that they knew C's part already. You know, but you know, I tried to please everybody. It took a while to get through it. You know, it was hard, but but you know, I just kept with it. This is what I wanted to do in my life, was play music and make people feel good. And I had to really kind of find a new audience, and that eventually, after a few years, developed. And I had my own audience, and I had the C&K audience. So I had a lot to fall back on to communicate with music with people,
Hmm.
and I learned a lot. And I always wanted to stay relevant. I always wanted to stay on top of everything, because to me that was what music is about. You know, I never wanted to live in the past. Um, Although the past was a good time, I can always bring that in, uh, but I didn't want to live there. And I've been there, done that. I need to move on.
When we come back from our little break, let's talk a little bit about your concert tour that's coming up. My goodness, I counted,
Okay.
what was it, Henry? 10 cities, 15 days in 10 cities. Let's
Yep.
talk about let's talk
You know,
about that.
I like to go on short tours, and get home. You know, to Dukes on Sunday, Dukes on Sunday. And if I miss more than two Dukes on Sundays, then I kind of feel like I left my fans over there helpless.
Let's
I,
talk about Dukes on Sundays when we come back. Uh, Across the nation, Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders are being disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And the Southern California Pacific Islander COVID-19 response team aims to provide information, resources to help our community stay safe. And here's a message from them.
Again, holiday season. And this year, it's more important than ever to keep our friends and family safe during this pandemic. We can now protect our children with youth vaccines for ages 5 through 11. This represents another turning point in our fight against COVID-19. So enjoy your holiday season. Stay social distancing, mask up, wash your hands, and be sure to get vaccinated. A message from the Southern California Pacific Islander COVID response team.
And a big mahalo to the PacificIslanderHealth.org. That's the website, folks. That's the place to go to learn more information on what you and your ohana can do to protect yourself. And one more short message right here.
Attention all you adults. Get the COVID vaccine. As we get back to school, it's important that we mask up and vax up. We want to play with our friends. For more information, go to PacificIslanderHealth.org. Give it a shot.
Yes, indeed. Again, PacificIslanderHealth.org, and we want to thank Pacific Islander Health, the Southern California Pacific Islander COVID response team, for being one of our sponsors on the Sandwich Island Social Network when we gather with our friends on a special Thursday session. Normally we're on every Friday, but we're glad to be here on Thursday with singer, songwriter, producer, entertainer, musician, author, actor, composer, Henry Capono, all under one baseball cap. That's a how do you
Hello.
how do you do that, Henry? Let me share something over here. Grammy nominated uh, and 20 Na Hoku Hano Hano Awards, 2021 Favorite Entertainer of the Year. You have the Henry Capono Foundation. And you know what? I want to add humanitarian to that. It doesn't appear on any of your bios, but Kamaka is adding humanitarian because I personally know of the amazing things that the Henry Capono Foundation has done in Hawaii in supporting musicians, their families, and the community all through the pandemic, Henry. And you are not one to, you're not taran taran. You're not the guy out there blowing your conch shell. Hey, I do this. You are very, the Hawaiians have a word is ha'a ha'a. Ha'a ha'a. Very humble. You're very understated. I know that about you, Henry, because I've known you for many years. So I gonna blow your conch shell for you, brah. You have the wonderful, wonderful ability, and you've taken all of the blessings that you have enjoyed over the years through your musical journey, and you have paid it forward in your community. And the Henry Capono Foundation is evidence of that. So mahalo for that. You've got a great team. Leslie, your wife, you got Haumea, Ho, Josh, Kendra, Teresa, Daniel, all of these folks are part of your team that make this happen, Henry. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
It is amazing. It's good to have good people who understand you and, you know, try to move things forward the way I would move it. You know, it's not like a corporation where you have to do it this way, do it that way. You just have to understand who, like the corporation, you just have to understand what the corporation is. Or like for us, it's more like a family, mom and pop thing. So you have to understand who I am because I'm out there. They're in the background. They help me get to the foreground, and they help to keep me there. And I also am as good as my last gig. So if I don't do a good job of what they've put in front of me, then I'm kind of I feel like I'm letting them down. And it's a great team. We love each other and we respect each other and we do the best we can for each other. And I think that's what's most important in life is that we do the right things for each other, and not just for ourselves, but for others. A lot of people need, like I started during the pandemic, I started the Positive World Virtues. You know, I was doing virtues before that, and when the pandemic hit, uh, Leslie and I looked at each other and said, maybe we should go online and do these virtues. And so we did. We did 200 days straight of virtues, kindness, love, generosity, all those good things that we all kind of seem to not pay attention to as much as we should. And we started off with a few people, and by within a month, we had thousands of people online. And it seems like almost every time I go out in public, people remind me and thank me for that, because it really got them through it. And it also got me through it to understand all these values and how important it was, not to everybody and myself. So it was really, we just did it because we felt it was the right thing to do, and it just built my fan base. It became bigger and bigger, and I had, really good good feedback from people, and even now it's just benefited me in amazing ways.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for all of that.
You're an old Menehune saying, Henry. It goes way back, way long before Hawaiians. The Menehunes was populating the islands, and they found this etched on one cave in Makua up there. They found, and his saying said, "Brah, if you build them, the buggers gon' come." So that works, yeah. You put those positive energy out there. You maintain that on a steady basis, and you find people are attracted to that because, like you say, you build and you attract and you choose to have those kinds of people around you, and you surround yourself with those kind of folks, and folks are
Right,
attracted to that energy.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no
yeah. It's
question.
amazing. Energy, energy. Key word is it's what do you use that energy for, and it's powerful stuff. Powerful.
Yeah. Um, by the way, C commented, and I want to go back over here because she was saying, what did she say about aloha? Oh, C says, oh, the cute. He probably impressed. Everybody knows his name, Aloha.
Well, she must have known because he just popped his head up.
We love it. We
Yes,
love it.
aloha.
So before we go away and talk about something else here, and because we've had conversations before, and several months ago, you and I, in fact, it was in the summertime, we had some great conversations right here on our Sandwich Island social network. But I want to share some things about the Henry Capono Foundation, and it says it's dedicated to keeping Hawaii's music and culture thriving, as well as providing assistance and education to Hawaii's music industry professionals, community, keiki. It offers community grants, fosters and guides Hawaii's musicians in music business education, digital resources, financial aid information, sponsors concerts and events, offering musicians opportunities to perform, and partners with other nonprofit business to further support Hawaii's music industry. That is an amazing task to take on. And as it's moved forward, I've seen nothing but wonderful accolades coming from the community. And so, mahalo for such great leadership, Henry, and a great team on the Henry Capono Foundation. People don't know very much about it. They say, "Oh, Henry Capono, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Yeah, we are friends. Yeah, yeah. Dukes on Sunday. Yeah, yeah, yeah." Ah, ole. Ah, ole. Henry Capono goes a lot deeper than that. And uh,
Yeah, sometimes in fact, I just let my music speak for myself, and I don't want to get too deep with people because it's better to stay on the happy level and enjoy what's happening, and
right.
just let me sing to you. Let me move you in positive ways, and music is my gift. Music is what I use to reach, to communicate with people.
Yeah. And congratulations on those successes as well in terms of the music. So, January is going to be a busy, busy, busy month for you. First of all, you mentioned Dukes on Sunday. This is a mainstay for you. Um, you have quite a following of folks that come down to Dukes and online. Dukes on Sunday. People, you got your regular fan
People
base.
people from all over plan their vacation to make it at Duke's on Sunday. I have these Canadian friends who's been coming down at least 10 years, maybe more. But they come and they stay for maybe 3, 4 months, and they're there every Sunday, and they just enjoy it. And a lot of people say that we just come for Duke's on Sunday. It's like a destination. So it makes me feel good because I am impacting their life in my way, which is I was I play positive songs. There's enough people that play negative songs and stuff, and it's just not who I am. So I try to just keep pouring out positive energy. Works for me and works for a lot of people.
Yeah. So now I'm told on the tourist brochures it says Polynesian Culture Center Luau. You got to go to Pearl Harbor to the Arizona, see Diamond Head, and Dukes on Sunday. Gotta be.
That's it.
That's it. We are so happy that you're bringing those positive messages and the music that's coming our way in 2022. And let's take a look at this right now. Hawaiian legends, Keola Beamer and Henry Kapono in the month of January, coming to the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest. And we'll get more specific into dates. But tell us about how your coming together with Keola Beamer. Now, my recollection with Keola and Kapono Beamer back in the 70s, of course, was, Mr. Sancho Lee, Sweet Okole, all those great songs, and Honolulu City Lights with the Beamer brothers. That in itself was an amazing, amazing work. Here they are, Keola and Kapono Beamer, and that their music evolved in a very pivotal time. We call it the Renaissance time, in which there was this surge, and we talked about it earlier, of music coming out of the islands, influenced a little bit by contemporary rock and roll and folk music, and it was kind of a fascinating time to be in the middle of that, like you and I were.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing time. You could go anywhere and see some great groups. Right up the. I always say that it was kind of like Bourbon Street in Louisiana. You walk down Bourbon Street, and everywhere music is pouring out of the clubs and the bars, and that's what it was like in back in that day. It'd be nice to bring that back and give musicians places to play. Nowadays, pretty thin, but it'll all come back. It'll all work out.
It has a
Whatever's
way
happening.
of coming around, yeah,
Yeah.
on that. So part of that now is this 2022 tour, and I want to share this right here. There it is. How did you and Keola Beamer begin thinking about doing music together there, Henry?
He actually he's been going on tour every year, I think, and he usually takes a different artist with him. I think Waitea Helm has gone with him. Jeff, guitar player,
Jeff Peterson?
yeah, he goes on tour with him, and then Kayla called Leslie up and asked if I'd like to go on tour with him. And I said, "Oh yeah, it sounds like fun. It's actually a fun tour.
Uh-huh.
I go up, I play some songs. He goes up, he plays his songs, and then take a break, and then we get together and we play together. Play, Sancho Lee and all those songs, and we play some C&K stuff. So it's a really good tour. Really good,
So
fun.
here's a picture, Henry. I think this was on Hawaii Island with uh, Keola's wife, Moana. She's a kumuhula, um, and you. I think this was at the is it Kihulu Theater? I think on
Yeah, could be, yeah, somewhere.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, Moana is amazing. She just really kind of like tops it all off. She has this presence and this way of speaking to people that is so ono. You just go, wow. She just kind of pulls you in, and she's a small part, but it's a big part.
Yeah.
Sometimes more, less is more.
Mm-hmm. So my notations here, let me just see if I got my little list, but I'd like all of our friends to definitely go to henrycapono.com for tour information. But January 14th, you start in Sacramento, the 15th in Saratoga, the 16th, you're in my backyard, you're in Cerritos, and we look forward to seeing you there, January 16th. Then you're in Denver, Phoenix, Boise, Bend, Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Spokane, Washington. 10 cities, 15 days, Henry.
Yep, just the way I like to do it. We used to go out touring for 6 months, come home for a couple of weeks, and then go back out for 6 months. But those days are over. I like to go out and take my music to my fans and my friends, and then I like to get back home and spend time with my family and my friends here, and also Dukes on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of miss Dukes on Sunday. That's in the brochures already.
No,
Next
I
to,
know.
next to the Kamehameha statue and the Duke Kahanamoku statue in Waikiki. You got to go to Dukes on Sunday. That's on that. Um, Wayne Harada was quoted in July 22nd, 2021. He said, Henry Capono has clearly become the most prolific and profound island entertainer of his era, and there's no stopping him. Um, and those words are true when you're coming to the continent here, my friend. No stopping you and Keola and Moana. And so our friends can get tickets. They can get more information. Upper left-hand corner of our screen, henrycapono.com. All that information. What can our audiences expect when they come to the Hawaii Legends show with Keola and Henry and Moanalani Beamer? What can they expect?
They can expect a good time. Great music, good fun, and positive energy, and it's really it's fun. It's fun. The music is amazing. It's acoustic. I play solo. He plays solo, and then Moana does a hula. So it really highlights us as songwriters, as musicians, and as singers. So it's pure, and it's pure fun.
Sweet. Here's Nancy. She says, I searched for 50 years for a classmate from Oklahoma, second grade. I found her on Dukes on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of people find their friends at Dukes on Sunday. A lot of people have found their love of their life at Dukes on Sunday. So
Yeah.
it created a lot of good things.
Nancy says, if you don't have your tickets yet for this show, you got to get them. It's one fantastic show. These two are just magical. Ah, that's beautiful. And then Mark
Thanks,
says,
man.
hold up. He's playing the Shell in June.
Oh yeah, yeah, June 18th. Mark that down. You guys got to come. It's going to be all the legends, and we got a couple. We're going to highlight a few young artists, but most of it is just, it's focused on the legends. You know, I mean, right now we're the legends are all you know at that age, so it's you know we don't know how much longer it's going to be, but you know you got to see it live, and you got to be there for that moment in time, that experience.
Yeah.
We've done it. I think the last one we did was maybe 4 years ago, and it was just amazing. Um, it was a, there's some moments, there's some really magical moments that happen just out of nowhere. Things come up, and you know, and you're there for it. So it's amazing.
The Waikiki
June
Shell
18th at the Waikiki Shell.
has been the place for some unforgettable moments in contemporary island music history, right?
Oh yeah.
Goes back, my memories go back to May Day with the Casimeros, which was huge back in those days.
Those are
And,
great
right?
shows. Yeah,
And
those are great.
then amazing CNK concerts and then reunion concerts just blew that whole place out of the shell.
Yeah,
And
it was kind of like our home, you know. We played there a lot.
yeah,
Every year we play there. So
and the memories continue now, coming up in June with Henry Capono and the legends there. It's going to be amazing. Going to be amazing.
it will be. I'm looking forward to it.
And
I'm
so
really
for us here on the continent, go to henrycapono.com. If you can't get back to the islands, let the islands are coming to us right here. The legends are coming our way with 10 cities in next month, and that's coming up real fast, real fast.
coming out real fast. Yeah, I'm looking
Yes,
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
excellent.
But in the meantime, I'm going to spend my holidays with my family and with my friends, and just enjoy this these holidays. So.
Do you have any family traditions, things that you make sure you do every year with the kids, with the family at
Well,
all?
we just had our family party this past Monday, and man, the family has grown. I mean, there are kids everywhere. And then on Christmas Day, I spend with my daughters, my children, my wife, and my sister.
Sweet.
Kind of a smaller little gathering, but it's something that is traditional.
Yeah, beautiful. Henry, the hour has gone by so quickly in which we get a chance to talk story over here, brother. It's been so enjoyable. Mahalo for your time. And
Mahalo for, mahalo for your time. You know, you are you do the same kind of things that I do. Your heart is in the same place, and you know, I
thank
think
you,
if we
brother.
all put our hearts in that place, the world would be a lot better. You know, together, we can move mountains. You know,
We can.
but
We
you
definitely
know,
can.
even if you have to do it alone, you can do it. You know, just stay focused on love, peace, happiness, goodness, kindness, generosity, you know, all those things that make and fulfill our character, our life. So be good to each other, love each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, this song, it's a bluesy song on your Christmas album, Guitar Boy. Did you write that, Henry? Is that your
Oh
song?
no,
No?
it's actually
Okay.
piano. It's actually an old Christmas song.
Is
It's
it?
not Guitar Boy. It's what song is it? I just use guitar as.
Okay, okay. It's very cool. We're gonna play a little bit of Henry's music as we say aloha and mahalo to Henry for joining us and all of you for going along the ride on a beautiful Thursday. Smokain anu anu over here, smokain chill. But we love the warmth of aloha as well.
Drummer boy.
Oh, drummer boy. But you change it to guitar boy.
Guitar boy and put a little blues to it.
Nicely done. Henry, big love, shout out to your family, Leslie, and the Keiki, and to all of your ohana over there. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you this coming January as you're on tour with the Hawaiian Legends Tour, and we'll see you then. Mahalo, Henry. Thanks for joining us.
Kamaka, mahalo everybody who is on this podcast. Thank you. God bless all of you, and happy holidays, and have a super 2022.
Mahalo, brother. Aloha.
And aloha says aloha.
there's aloha right there. My goodness. Henry's gonna go to our virtual green room, and we will put up, and there's a reminder, go to henrycapono.com for the Hawaiian Legends Tour tickets and specific information on that tour. That's gonna be fun. Mahalo to all of you for dropping in and joining us on our Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Islands Social Network. We want to thank our wonderful Sandwich Islands supporters who are sustaining members: June Shibuya, Larry Ann Hetty and Duha, Kate Bennett, Roddy Gregory, Thyra Abraham, Jean Dahlberg, DC and Tuila Makaena, and many more. Your donations help the Sandwich Islands Social Network continue to create and sustain programming throughout the year, and we say mahalo nui for being part of our ohana and making all of this possible right here. We're going to say mahalo to all of you, and some of you are popping in right now to give their alohas. Mahalo, Kamaka and Henry. Happy holidays. Good health. Hey, mahalo, brother Mark. And also, Stanley Gomes over here, my brother, saying aloha, brother. And, we have Nancy saying aloha, aloha. We'll see you soon, Nancy. And definitely get your tickets right now. henrycapono.com. For now, we say ahui ho, take care, and we will see all of you soon. Aloha.